I want to come back to this article I just read a few hours ago in a video I made in regards to Dictator Dan's recent fear campaign of his horror daily morning show, where he said we've had the most number of cases ever recorded since this whole scamdemic began here in Victoria, just hours before mandatory masks. And I'll point it out again, the significant drivers of COVID-19 outbreak. Coronavirus outbreaks in settings such as aged care and healthcare have been identified as significant drivers of virus transmission in Victoria. It's taken them 4 months to realise that the only people that are dying are aged care. And then they even go to say there's been a large reduction in household-to-household transmission following the implementation of stage 3 restrictions. What I can't get my head around is, all right, you put these two together. We're even being told, I pointed out a few days ago, that they said that 80% of Victorian cases, and, deaths as well, are from aged care, people well into their 80s, 90s, even hundreds. And as we know, no one under 50s died, and supposedly 2 under 60 throughout Australia. So help me out, people, because unless I've lost my mind here. So if the aged care are dying, because they keep coming up every day, someone in their 90s, hundreds have died, all from aged care. So if these people who are virtually bedridden, for God knows how long, in an aged care home, we know they're taking them out right now and putting them in hospitals and putting them on ventilators to die. But if they're in a nursing home, aged care home, not going around anywhere, not spreading their virus anywhere, they're in a bed and they're supposedly contracting this bug that seems to just slip into nursing homes under each door in each ward and just crawls into this old person who's been bedridden for that long. Like Mr. Andrews says, it's a very cunning virus, this one. But if they're the ones that are, getting tested positive or dying, and people like, me, everyone else, they get in the car and they drive to the supermarket, drive to the doctors, or go for a walk for the exercise, walk past people, just trying to do as best we can with this lockdown. We're not bedridden, we're getting out there. And as it says here, it's been reduced, that household to household. So why are we having to go through all this shit with masks starting tomorrow if we're not the vulnerable ones? We're not the ones spreading this supposed virus. But yet we are the ones that are being, I'll say the word, punished. I'm not saying punish the elderly in the aged care homes. I mean, their lives are, punished enough. They're at the brink of, the end. But like I said, they're in their own homes. They're in their own nursing homes, in their own little rooms, laying in bed most of the time. Probably just watching TV, watching this bullshit being spewed to them. We've said from day one, just isolate them and look after them. Look after them, but, they're doing that anyway. They're going to die in a few days' time from old age and all underlying health problems. Nothing to do with this fucking bullshit virus, but that's what they're using. But so people, help me out. Tell me why are the healthy people, the young people, the athletic people, no sport anywhere, why are we being put through this bullshit? Masks tomorrow. And they're clearly telling us we aren't transmitting anything. It's been large reduction. Large reduction when we weren't wearing masks. Large reduction when we were going out shopping and we weren't wearing masks. Hang on. Maybe if it was the other way round and the old aged people weren't the ones dying or weren't the cases, and it was the other way round, and household to household was growing, then maybe, yes, wear a mask. But no, they're clearly telling us the household to household's been a large reduction, but yet they're making restrictions and putting these fucking masks on people wherever we go. When none of us, till this day, I don't know anyone that's got this COVID bullshit. None of us, because we know unless you know an old person, and you know they're just using them as figures. No one is getting this COVID bullshit, but yet go outside and look how fucked the world is. Everyone's wearing a mask, killing themselves, breathing their own carbon dioxide in. Anyway, help me out, anyone out there, please. Unless I'm reading this wrong, a large reduction in household to household actually means things are getting worse. Nah, my English is pretty good. I passed Year 12 English, and I do think that large reduction household to household means that, you know, there's less transmission, it's getting better. So if we weren't wearing masks 2 weeks ago when we went back to stage 3, if we weren't wearing masks 2 weeks ago when we went back to stage 3 and things have got a lot better, why the fuck are we wearing masks as of midnight tomorrow?